Yay! Hello, everybody. So I am just going to set up to go live on my Instagram as well and do two at once. So let me know in the chat. Oh, perfect. Now we're live on Instagram as well. Where do I want to place this? There we are. All right, so we're all good to go on Facebook and on Instagram. If you are here on Facebook, let me know if you're watching live or if you're catching the replay. Today, we're talking about how to declutter your inbox and set up a solid foundation in your inbox so you can grow your business. So I know with it being Black Friday, all of us are kind of quite crazy and busy today. So I will make this short and sweet. These are super simple and easy tips that really don't need a whole lot of explanation. You just really need to have the determination to go out and do them in your business, and kind of serves as a good reminder for everybody to maybe over the holidays, hopefully I'll have a little bit of extra time that we can go and actually implement these. So I got my notes ready, so we will get started. And I do apologize for the bedhead still. I'm still in my pajamas. I woke up, I was going to go to the gym right before this call, but I'm not feeling so hot. So yeah, we'll see what happens after the live. But all right, so to start decluttering your inbox and setting yourself up for success, the first thing that you should be doing, and hopefully already have implemented, is some folders in your business. So let me know in the comments if you're on Facebook if you actually have folders set up, or if you don't, I would love to know, because I always find it, I am quite an organized person, but I always find it quite interesting entrepreneurs that actually don't utilize folders in their business, and they scale and they grow so much, and then they just get so overwhelmed at a certain point in their business. So I was just kind of curious and interested. So let me know in the comments if you're on Facebook, or even if you're on Instagram, just let me know. So with folders, it's so important to set that foundation of having emails be put into their proper place. Really think about it like if you're walking into Walmart or Target. Imagine they had no system, no organization. There was no aisles, no sections, no departments, nothing. It was just a free-for-all. You couldn't find anything. So I like to think of an inbox like that. It really is your main communication hub. It's your, I would say it should be probably your most professional communication stream in your business. That's where anytime that you have, refunds coming through, any difficult clients, any sensitive communication is usually in your inbox. So you should be treating it as a professional hub. And you want to be finding, later on, you want to find and be able to reference those sensitive emails super quickly and have them not get lost or deleted by mistake. So they should be going into, if they're professional and really sensitive emails, they should be going into a proper place. So in my challenge, in 2 weeks roughly, I'm going to, actually, here's a sneak peek announcement. I haven't actually announced it yet. I will be over the weekend. I will be running a challenge in about 2 weeks roughly that we're going to kind of deep dive into the back end and get you all set up for success in 2020. And I will be going over what core folders that you need in your inbox in that challenge. But for right now, the folders that it's shouldn't really be that hard to determine what emails you're getting the most of to determine what folders you should be getting or making in your inbox. So if you are running a course, a mastermind, you have some sort of program, any, or even for me, such as an OBM, if you're running a service and working with ongoing clients, like an OBM, VA, social media manager, you should be having folders for each one of your clients. That is so, so important, because later on, you will have to reference back to some of those emails and some of those communication receipts. If you are working with a client and they come back and say, oh, didn't we agree on this price point or these deliverables, and you're not really sure, you want to go back and reference that email, if it takes you a half hour to find that email, that's a half hour of your time that you're wasting that you could have been actually doing a task that made you money. With having a folder, it will take all of probably 2 minutes at most, probably not even, if you had a folder designated to that client. So I hope that makes sense. So making those folders and getting into the habit to actually organize your emails and put them into the proper folders is the first thing that you should be doing to declutter your inbox, is setting that groundwork in your inbox. So I will stop rambling about that. Step number 2 in your inbox is to start essentially cleaning it out. And by that, I mean cleaning out all of the junk emails, all the shit emails that you do not need to reference back to ever, getting those out of your inbox. And then also, I guess, step 2.2 is to stop and set yourself up for success, to stop getting those emails that you don't need to see anymore. So the first part is getting out all of those emails that you don't need to see anymore. So for this, depending how many emails that you have in your inbox, this could literally take hours and hours. So I like to break it up over a week's time, maybe 2 weeks' time, and each day set an amount of time, whether it's only 15 minutes that you can commit, you wake up 15 minutes early or work maybe just 15 minutes later, maybe on your commute. You can, instead of reading a book or listening to a podcast, you can commit a certain amount of time each day to cleaning out those emails. So get rid of any promotions that you don't need to see. I know in Zoom, when you're on or when you're hosting a Zoom call and you have meeting attendees waiting, you always get an email. And you don't need to see that after. It's a good notification. You get it, if they're in your meeting room for, I think, more than like 20 seconds or something. But after that, once you know that they are in your meeting room, you don't need to see that email anymore. So things like that need to go. A lot of accounts give you notifications just similar to that of Zoom that I was saying. Those can all go. So take those however many minutes that you set aside each day for a week, 2 weeks, and start cleaning out all of that stuff in your inbox. And obviously, over time, your emails, your inbox number will dwindle down. So step 2.2 of that is to stop getting emails to reach your inbox that you don't need to see anymore. So this really comes down to unsubscribing to promotions and newsletters that you don't need to see. So I feel like we can all take a second and just think of those emails that we do, look forward to every week or every month, that we actually open and read. I know for me, Creative Market, I've purchased a few things on there, and I actually get free products, nothing super crazy, but every Monday they email 6 free products, digital products, such as social media templates, sometimes fonts that I can use in Canva. There are things like Illustrator brushes that I don't have Illustrator anymore, so I'm never going to use. But there's always at least one. Sometimes, like, I've had some where there's been like 4 bomb products in there that I absolutely love from Creative Market. So every Monday I am waiting for that email. So I will never unsubscribe to that. But there are definitely emails that I have been subscribed to, whether I opted in on a freebie of that product or some sort of a promotion from a clothing store brand, that is simply just cluttering my inbox because A, I never open it, and B, it's just kind of annoying me because I'm not going to buy from them again. I'm just not interested in that product or service. So those types of emails need to stop reaching my inbox. So for that week or 2 weeks, whatever you set aside to declutter your inbox, you need to also be unsubscribing to, I say each day, at least 2 emails a day. So in that declutter week or 2 weeks, whatever you set, each day unsubscribe to at least 2 emails that you no longer need to see. Because that means, if those emails are annoying you, chances are they're at least emailing you once, if not twice a week. So if you unsubscribe to them, that means within a month's time, you're receiving 4 to 8 emails, maybe even more, less than you are now. So I hope that makes sense. I need Sarah. Hi. Yes, I was talking to a friend, which is hilarious. She said the same thing. She has 17,000 emails, which is insane. I didn't even know that an inbox could have that. So you and her are in the same boat. Okay, so step number 3 to decluttering your inbox and just making your time really more productive in your inbox, mostly, is to set yourself a time limit in your emails. So kind of going on the last point, emails can be super duper distracting. You're getting promotions, newsletters. Some of them have almost like ads in them, to be honest. I used to subscribe to, I think it was We Work Remotely, and their emails were good. I got a lot of notifications for different jobs that were opening up, but they also sent, I think it was like a monthly newsletter that had a promotion. I don't know for sure if it was a paid promotion, but it was a promotion at the bottom for different conferences. Actually, I think it was sponsored, because they also had some times where it was sponsored by a certain company. So you'd get totally distracted by clicking anything and everything in that email. I started clicking jobs for design jobs that I am not a designer whatsoever. And I was simply just wasting my time way too often because their email notifications were quite frequent for job openings, because it is quite a big job platform. Yeah, job hosting platform. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, I was getting at least 2 or 3 notifications a week from them, and I would start clicking on jobs I don't need to see. And then on top of that, I would have their email newsletter, which was, it was great that I was clicking on it for them, and it was super interesting and stuff that I did want to know, but it also distracted me from getting my own work done. So I like to say, and this is what I live by and it's really worked for me and my clients, is that you should really only be looking in your inbox twice a day, morning and night. So any emails that you can respond to in the morning, do that then. And then at night or in the afternoon, really, right before you log off, or I always kind of check it maybe around like 3 p.m. And like I usually sign off for my night at like 5. But that just gives me enough, it just kind of sets me up to make sure that I'm actually checking it. So I'm not reaching, 5 o'clock and being like, oh my gosh, I haven't followed up with anybody from today. If I have it in my head that I'm checking it at about 3, if I do get delayed by an hour, I still, have plenty of time to respond to whatever I need to. And having you check your emails just those 2 times a day, you can set yourself a small amount of time. If you actually really need to be in your inbox for more than 25 to 30 minutes, 2 times a day, so like more than an hour total, it's probably time to start outsourcing at least some of it. Because that's just taking up way too much time of your day for just simple communication. I know a lot of businesses run on communication, and like I said, your emails are your professional communication hub where a lot of things are going on, but over an hour is just way too much time and you're not really getting paid for it. To be honest, you're not getting paid to communicate, send out emails, follow up on things. You need to spend your time on those money-making tasks. So yeah, that's that. Over an hour, I would say start trying to outsource it, because you can outsource just a small amount of your inbox to somebody. And yeah, and that's a whole other ballgame that I can talk about later on. But yeah, to stop rambling and just, I guess, reiterate the time limit that you should have. Yeah, have yourself those 2 times of the day, and then you know that anybody that you got back to in the morning will probably respond to you by the end of the day, and you can follow up then or have an answer at that time. And then that way you are also not wasting loads of your time in your day. So that is kind of that. And those are the 3 steps to be decluttering your inbox and just being simply more productive in it. So I know I gave you guys a little bit of a teaser of a challenge that I have coming up in, I think it's the 2nd week of December. So make sure you stay tuned for more information on that. I will be, I think, dropping more information this weekend. I'm hoping I have some time because this week has been absolutely crazy. But if you do have any other questions, feel free to drop it in the comments here on Facebook, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in.